How to stay focused when the world feels broken. Quick question. Ever feel like the world's gone a bit bizarre, a bit mad, crazy, and you're the only one trying to stay sane? This episode is about that. About being a man on a mission, involved in his mission and not reaction. Someone who leads, builds, and protects. No matter how much the world seems to be losing the plot. The world's changing. We can't deny that. But that doesn't mean you have to lose yourself. Since COVID, it seems like society has unravelled a bit. Everyone's divided. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of noise. I say it was before COVID that started occurring. But that period escalated things somewhat. And now you see in society everyone's argumentative, on edge. Look online, everyone's fighting a battle with each other. No matter where you are in the world, people are fragmented, secluded, tensions are rising. And it's easy to get lost in that noise. But reacting to it is not a strength. Let's be honest. And I'm not talking about being true to your word or of delving away from your own word and your own truth and your own belief. That's not what I'm saying. But you see online and you see on the streets, people are arguing for the sake of arguing. They're arguing because they're frustrated, they're angry, they're annoyed, they're lost in many ways. And you see a lot of people arguing with one another without arguing the argument. And what I mean by that is when two people debate, they debate the idea. And then as soon as you start attacking the other person, you've lost the debate. Because you've sidetracked off what the conversation was about. And you're just going on the attack. Now I found myself getting drawn into that. Many a times recently. And I think I'm doing quite well at staying on point, but it's difficult. So many people just want to tear you down. And attack you rather than the argument or the point. And that's what I'm saying. Everyone's frustrated. Whether it's social, political, relational. Everyone's feeling it. But the moment you stand firm, and that doesn't mean being aggressive, but standing true to your ideas, your morals, your purpose, your self-respect, your legacy, you can stand your ground without attacking the other person. And that confidence comes with time. It's not something that I'm perfect at by any means. But I understand it. And by understanding it and staying on my path, I get better at it. In those times when it does get heated, I can stay grounded. Like anything, it's a habit, I guess. But it needs more of us to be able to do that. In order for a society to be safe, sane, humble, it needs more men able to do that. Picture this. In a room full of 100 people, a 100 men in a room, and the majority, or even not the majority, but half or more have that ability to be strong, grounded, humble, fierce, controlled, as in self-control, stoic. Do you think the other half of that room would dare to even push those boundaries? Absolutely not. And that's the thing about strength, both physical and mental, that resilience. It brings about a calm. It brings about peace. It brings about structure in a society. And that's why it's important for as many men to rise up with morals, with purpose, with strength, with self-respect, with a pursuit of legacy, with those values, the morals, the confidence that comes with it. Something that you can't shake easily. And that puts fear into those that are hell-bent, intent on causing chaos. Simply to vent anger and frustration. So when you do stay on your path and you are committed to it, it's not just you that benefits. It's those around you, first and foremost. Your family, your friends, but society as a whole. We live in this crazy time where things are divided. We need strong men. And that means you. You listening to this. And that discipline is your anchor. So when you wake up with a routine, those daily practices of training, journaling if you need to, but staying on point, being focused, being committed, doing the shit regardless of whether you want to do it or not. That discipline builds. So when everything's falling apart around you, you can still pull on that internal stability without relying on anything external and continue on that path. And that strength, that resilience, that built up discipline over time, people gravitate towards that and get inspired by it, and it spreads. For me, that discipline is a forever path of pursuit. Sometimes I'm great at it, sometimes I'm not. But the times when I am great at it are the times when not only do I feel at my best, but those around me do. Because they feel safe, they feel in good hands. That breaks down barriers. And it oozes off onto other people. I can't stress this enough. Progress over perfection. You'll never be perfect. Perfect by its very definition is impossible. Stop thriving for it. Progress. Showing up is what matters the most. And like I say, the whole idea of this episode is this isn't just for you. It's not just from your family and your friends. Well, it's very, very important. But so is society as a whole. And we need more men to step up. Now more than ever. Because that's where all the problems have come from. Society has become weak. And it's because men have become weak. The male-female divide has become more prominent than ever. But we can change that. But in order to change that collectively, we have to do it personally. And the more people that do it for themselves and those close around them, the more that inspires other people to do it as well. So don't think for 1 second that you can't change the world, because you can. But you have to do it by changing yourself. And for those online that are engaging with dispute, the internet rewards outrage. But there's a cost of constant arguing, reacting, scrolling. Now, the internet can serve a purpose. You can put things out there, promote things, promote ideas, promote debate, promote products that you sell, no matter what. But what does well, or what gets the most attention, is that outrage. Don't feed it. Not every argument is worth your energy. Learn to disengage with dignity. And remember, attack the argument, not the man. If you do see something that bothers you online, you do feel compelled to engage with it, attack the argument, not the person. Lead by example. And point it out if you need to. Stay masculine, not toxic. Bold, not blind. Masculinity means leadership. But you need to lead yourself first. And what it really means to be strong and centered. And let's face it, a lot of anger that you see online is just basically unprocessed trauma, loneliness, pain. You can counter that. Counter that with all the opposites. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not pertaining to be perfect in this. I still get engaged in these discussions online. But I try and focus on the argument itself and not the person. an opportunity to offer empathy, facts, why you feel that way, why you think that way, and where you see things heading. Debate is different from discourse. And if you are that person that's feeling lonely and you do feel the need to engage and vent some of that, you need a community. You need some real conversations. You need some real people around you. And if you don't have it, seek it. If you don't know where to start, go out and find different communities. Maybe there's some online groups. Start one. Just start DMing people and say, look, be honest. And say, look, I'm rebuilding my circle. Dig what you do. Would love to have a conversation with you. What's that? 3 lines? We can all rely on excuses. Or we can do the work and address the things that are causing us pain, causing us hardship. Those excuses, those traumas, that loneliness, that pain. We can easily fix that through action. And the acceptance that you're not going to fix everything overnight. Lead from the front, protect your circle, and train for battle. Being strong doesn't mean just physical, although it is important, I think. But you need mental, emotional, and spiritual strength. And you do that over time. Knowing that we'll all slip up, we're always fighting a battle. But the more you fight it, consciously, head on, the more you win. And the more you do that, the more you start to believe in yourself. And accept that it's going to be a forever long journey. But progress is progress. And that's a win. Protect, provide, lead. Be the example that you want, that you need. Inspire yourself. And stay on your mission. And like I said, it's easy to drift. It's easy to react. And whilst it's rare for those to be strong and lead, be stable, we need more like that now more than ever. Be rare, stay focused. Don't lose yourself to the noise. Work hard, love boldly, train relentlessly, speak truth, be humble, be strong, be you. We need real men right now, so be one. Thanks for listening.